In the lands under the jurisdiction of Tawi-Tawi, one of the islands in southern Sulu, Sultan Barangay was noted for bravery and cruelty. He had conquered so many enemies that no one dared to fight with him. But if Sultan Barangay was famous for bravery, he was even more famous for having a daughter of unsurpassed beauty. This was Princess Bartuha, who was worshipped and admired by many datus and young nobles. But none of these nobly born young men attracted the princess, for although of noble blood herself, she was looking not only for fame and good looks in a young man, but more so, a true and noble love. It so happened that in the large and beautiful garden of the Sultan's place, there was a gardener, a young man from a low and poor family. He took care of the plants of the princess, who went to the garden every afternoon to pick flowers. The princess quickly fell in love with the gardener, and they vowed to love each other truly. But this love affair came to the knowledge of Sultan Barangay, and since he could not, in conscience, allow a princess to marry a mere gardener, he decided to send the gardener away. He sent him away on the night he was supposed to meet the princess and run away. Unknown to the princess, the king had been watching her, so the princess went to the gardener to meet her lover. But the princess waited in vain. The gardener did not show up. Overcome by sorrow, the princess wept, and for a fleeting moment, she felt abandoned and betrayed. Sultan Barangay watched this unfold, feeling that he had succeeded and that Princess Bartuha would eventually move on. But even her father's scheme could not overpower her faith and love for the boy. Nights turned into weeks, weeks turned into months. The princess grew wearily thin and pale, as waiting for her lover in the garden every night was the only thing she could muster to do. Sultan Barangay watched apathetic, thinking to himself that she will eventually give up the act. He would hold his ground until, finally, the princess broke her silence. Under the moonlight and praying to Allah, she asked that she be turned into a flower, the thing she knew that the gardener would love and nurture, and the thing that could wait indefinitely without. To Sultan Barangay's amazement and horror, the moonlight shone bright on the maiden. Within moments, the princess turned into a white flower, one that could only bloom in the dim of the night. The father shouted in anguish, but he never saw his daughter again.